Hi guys, this is Chris from Christazzy and Snazzy Christazzy here to share with you a fun little Thanksgiving craft that I love to make every year. But before I do that, I just want to say that this is my favorite time of year, pretty much from the beginning of fall to the beginning of winter, because you get 4 fun-filled craft making holidays. You have Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, all amazing holidays that I absolutely adore. So now that Halloween has passed, we're getting ready for Thanksgiving! So today I'm going to show you how to make this snazzy little turkey right here. This craft is perfect if you have young kids or if you babysit, if you're around kids, and you feel like making a little craft, have a little bonding time. When I was a kid, this was my favorite craft to make every Thanksgiving. It's fun, it's easy, you don't really have to think very much about it. So if you have young kids or you're around young kids, be sure to watch this video. So basically all you need is some paper, and it can be colored paper or not colored, it doesn't really matter. It can be any color you want. Be creative, go out there. If you just have plain paper though, you can use colored pencils like this, or you can use some markers or crayons. I prefer markers because to me, I don't really like crayons, they get really waxy and under my fingers, and I really don't like it very much, but markers are my preference. You'll also need a pencil to trace your hand. You can use pen, however, just know that if you use pen, you can't erase the marks on the paper after you've cut them. So my recommendation is use a pencil, but if all you have is a pen, go for that too. It's okay. And you'll also need some scissors. Make sure that if you're around young kids that you use these type of scissors. I call them little kid scissors or kitty scissors, but I think they're also called safety scissors. Not really sure. But I will be using these in the video just to demonstrate. I'll make a fool of myself trying to use these because my hands are kind of too big for them. And then last, you'll need either glue or tape. I used both. On this project right here, I used both glue and tape. You can use one or the other, it doesn't really matter, it's all up to you. So let's get started. So first off, you want to clean a nice big area. Make sure you have a lot of room because you will have paper everywhere and art stuff everywhere. So make sure you have a lot of room to do that. Next, you want to take a piece of paper, it doesn't really matter what color, and set it down on the table, and then grab your pencil. And then put your hand down on the paper. I recommend if you want to maximize the use of one piece of paper, one entire sheet of paper, that you use half the paper for one hand and then the other half for the other hand. So I'll just show you right now how I made this one. I basically traced my hand very carefully. And then I flip the paper around, and then I trace it again. I have a lot of room left over so that I can cut around and not mess up either one of them. What I also did with this turkey was, you see his body right here, I just traced that out on one of these pieces right here so that I didn't have to waste any more paper than I really needed. Also, I didn't have brown, so I did that with marker. It's a good thing to have an eraser and to use pencil because I do mess up. I'm not perfect. I am far from perfect. If you want to do this while watching the video, that's totally okay. Just make sure to pause the video while you're doing all of this, and then you can just hit play again when you're ready. So now that you've gotten all of that traced out on your paper, you want to take your scissors, your little kitty scissors, just to make sure they're safe for little kids. You want to cut your handprints out. I don't know about you, but I actually do like little kid scissors because your hand is a lot closer to the paper when you're cutting, so For me, it makes it a little bit easier in that aspect. However, only 2 of my fingers can fit in this handle right here. So it makes it a little bit more challenging as well. So now that you have one hand cut out, my hands are actually rather large. A little kid's hands would not be this large. But now that you have one cut out, you want to do the same for the rest of them. You don't have to have a set amount of little hands to cut out, but I used 6 of them. So I took a sheet of paper and I cut out 6 of my handprints on 3 different colors, as you can see in this little turkey right here. So that's what I did. You don't have to do the same thing. So, time to cut the rest out. So this reminds me of a story. When I was in preschool, I actually didn't know very much about jobs or anything. Surprise, surprise, I was 4. But my little daycare teacher, she would always talk to me, and my mom actually told me this story that I obviously don't remember because I was 4, but she asked my mom basically what she did for a living, and my mom said that she was a CPA, pretty much like an accountant, and the daycare teacher said, "Oh, that's funny, because your daughter told me this afternoon that you cut paper with scissors." And when my mom told me the story, I cracked up. I could not stop laughing for 5 whole minutes because that's how funny I thought that was. Like, why would I say that my mom cuts paper with scissors? Was that what I was doing at the time when I said it? Or did my mom do some of these crafts with me and so that's just kind of what I thought she did for a living? Or did I go to her office and see her cutting something out on a piece of paper with some scissors or something? I don't know. Okay, I went ahead and cut both of these hands out of that piece of paper and the body of the turkey. And what you want to do after you cut all this out, on the first page is you want to trace the beak and the eyes. If you have those little beady eyes that you can buy from any craft store basically, you can use it, but I didn't, so I just drew them on instead. You want to color the body. I will be using markers. Alright, so you also want to color in the beak and the eyes, and I just use markers for that, so these colors will do you really well. And in order to save time, I cut out more hands before making this video, so I would have all of these here and ready to show you how to put this all together. So basically, you want to take the body of the turkey plus one of these hands, and then you can grab another one, and in any style you want, just position them kind of like so, to where the body kind of hangs down a little bit, kind of like this. So the hands are kind of the feathers. And then you'd see where you want this on the back. So I'll grab my glue stick and so basically I first glued the 2 hands together. And put it on the back of this turkey, like this. So what you want to do is take more of these colors and start layering the hands on the back in any fashion that you choose. And then you'd want to just play around with the different looks until you get comfortable. So how does this look? So what you want to do is start gluing this all down. So just kind of holding it down like this, just glue everywhere. press it down. And if you aren't worried about being too fancy, you can also use tape. If you don't mind seeing some of the tape, it is okay. I used actually quite a bit of tape on this one. And I will put a piece of tape on the back just to secure it. Woo. So what you want to do next is, if you want to have it stand up like mine is right here, you'd want to take a strip of cardboard and then just fold it or bend it and tape it to the back of the turkey, and then it'll just kind of pretty much prop up like a picture frame. But if you want to hang it, I'd advise taping a piece of string to the back and then just looping it and then hang it somewhere wherever you want. I actually want to hang this one, so I will not be doing the cardboard. So I just want to show you guys how to make this little feet effect right here. So what I did for that was I took these little pipe cleaner things, and you don't need to, so I just set one aside. I just wanted to show you. I took one of these and I bent it in half. Make sure you fold it really good. And I took my little kitty scissors and I cut it. So you have two equal pieces, and then you kind of bend it in little squiggles. In 3 little squiggles like this to make the feet right here, and you'd want to bend it really nice. And then what I did is I took the extra piece right here, I wrapped it around, so I just took it like this from this third toe here, I guess, and I wrapped it down and around so that it sticks up like this. And make sure you get it sitting really nicely. And be careful of the ends, they're kind of sharp. So just be really careful with that. Don't poke yourself. And then I taped it to the bottom of this. So I'll show you with the other one. So basically, you just bend them into these little toes. So you make 3 little toes. And try to make them as even as possible, just so that it looks good. And then you just take the back like this and you bend it around. You wrap it around, and so that it sticks up. So now you have 2 little turkey feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape them to the back of this turkey right here. Try to space them out evenly so they look okay. How's that? I really can't see it very well. But I'm going to try to tape it like this. So yes, there you have it. There's your nice, beautiful turkey. And if you are making this with a little kid and you want to teach them how to be thankful, what you can do, you can have your kid write what he or she is thankful for all over these feathers right here. And you can hang it up, you can put it on the table, make it a centerpiece. How beautiful would it be as a centerpiece? Yes, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this little video here. If you know people who would also enjoy watching this, please share this with them. Also, I will be doing more craft videos, so please subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye!